Welcome to King's Football Show, everyone. Southampton versus Arsenal match reaction 1-1. Disappointing result for the Gunners. Um, I do think the way we started this game, where we played the first half, it should have been over, but we weren't clinical enough, especially in the first half. Jesus had lots of opportunities to score, and he didn't. And in the end, it cost us. Um, it's a point. Uh, I'll take the point. And see, we got some United fans in the chat saying, "Ha ha ha, we're gonna catch you. Big up, bro." Wow, all the chest is out. This just tell you where Arsenal are now. We we draw one game away from home, and everyone is catching up on us. People are laughing at us, forgetting that we're still top of the league. Still 28 points. How many points are you over there? Over there. Uh, or should I say over there, down there? But yeah, as I said, like first half, I think we played well. We were the better side. Southampton were not in the game, and I feel like when you play away from home, when the opposition is not in the game, you have to you have to kill the game, and we failed to do that. That's the truth. We failed to kill the game, and in the end, we not being clinical enough cost us, and we just have to improve. Uh, it's not good enough. We should have won this game. Southampton are not a very good side. They were never amazing in the game, but fair play to them. Uh, they managed to change their tactics in the second half, and they managed to get a point against the leaders. So fair play to Southampton. I take nothing away from their performance. I just feel like Arsenal should have done way better today. We should have won this game, and unfortunately we didn't. But I just gotta big up Granit Xhaka for me, my man of the match. He scored again. He had a very good game. Uh, he had some good passing, some good runs into the final third. He was creative. Um, he was on it. You could tell. Um, Unfortunately, I do think that Tomiyasu had a weak game, and we'll get into that in the player ratings. I felt like we, especially in the second half, we didn't get Saka into the game, which was strange because they were struggling to handle him. We should get him into the game much more. It's very important in a game like this. Uh, we need to get our attacking assets, our best players. We need to get them into the game. We failed to do that today. But it's part of football. You win some, you lose some, you draw some. We still have had a fantastic start of the season, but that won't take away from today. We should have done better today, Arsenal. This was a missed opportunity. This wasn't the game we should have drawn. But it's not the end of the world. We're still 2 points ahead of City, and I think we're 5 points ahead of Spurs. And they got a tough game today against Newcastle. Hopefully, they'll lose or at least get a draw. Uh, but yeah, let me quickly get into player ratings. I know it's Sunday today. I know we still got some more Premier League games going on. And big up Paxton is saying Arteta needs more rotation. He needs more rotation, but the squad, bro, the squad, especially in the attack, we don't have we don't have a lot of attacking options coming in for us. The only two players we have is Eddie Nketiah and Fabio Vieira right now, and that's the sad truth. You know, Smith Rowe being out injured is a big blow for us. Normally, he would be the one who would be rotating with Martinelli and Saka. So it's one of them. Like, you don't really rotate your centre backs and your goalkeeper. He's been rotating Tomiyasu and Tierney and Ben White, all of them again game time. Uh, you don't really want to rotate your number six too much. So I understand, and the way Shaka is playing, it's hard to rotate him. And then, then it's the attacking players. It's your Ødegaard, your Jesus, your Saka, your Martinelli. We need options up front, and hopefully in January we can adjust that. Hopefully Smith Rowe can come back into the squad. Hopefully Sinchenko will be fit soon. I do think we miss him, especially in the second half when we need to control the game, when we need someone who can break the line with passing. Uh, we missed Sinchenko. And he's saying, like with Ten Hag, he doesn't like Aaron Wan-Bissaka's game, but he will play him when Della is tired. Yeah, but I think we are doing that with Tierney and Tomiyasu at left back. It's just that we don't have a lot of options going forward, uh, and you can tell on the bench. You're leading the Europa League escape, so rotate more of the younger guys in now. Yeah, I'm sure in the next two games in the Europa League, we'll be seeing more rotation for sure. The likes of Marquinhos, probably Nelson and Eddie will see more from them, and maybe more from Edward Navari as well. Maybe Smith even. But I think it's one of them. Like we've been winning so much, we've been playing quite well, so it's also hard for the manager to drop players when they are not doing anything to get dropped for, if that kind of makes sense. So I think it's just to find the balance. I do wish that we had more options. I do feel like today, for example, the past two, three games, Jesus haven't been clinical, and you wish you could take him off and put someone up front. But what do you do? Do you take Jesus off and put Eddie there and lose his link up play? It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Like, and this is where I hope that the board will look at games like this. They will look at the squad and they will understand that we need options in January. It's not panic yet. We're still top of the league. We still played some good football. We still created enough chances to win this game. But in the end, sometimes you need the extra quality, the X factor coming from the bench. And at the moment, we don't look to have that on our bench. Paxton is saying this is what will hold teams like Arsenal and Man United from properly challenging. We don't quite have that. And I think it's a fair comment. Like, I think it's a fair comment. And I think in Arsenal's uh, situation, I don't think we were supposed to be a challenge this season. But now that the opportunity is here, I do hope that the management will make the most of it and we will strengthen in January and get some players in. I do think we need it. I do think it's important. I think the game showed today, like when we need goals from the bench, who's gonna score them? Like Fabio Vieira is still very young and raw. Eddie Nketiah is still very raw. And then that's it. Like Marquinhos is 18 years old. He's barely played any senior football in his life, not even in Brazil. Like Reece Nelson, he's been at the club for so long, but he's never really kicked on. So it's one of them. Like we need options, and hopefully we will see options in January. Yeah, so let's jump into the player ratings. I'll start with Ramsdale in goal. I think he was okay. I don't think he could do anything on the goal Southampton scored. He wasn't busy like so. I'll give him a 7. A good performance from Ramsdale. I think he was good. Next player is Ben White. I'm surprised we subbed him off. I do think Ben White was one of the better players today. Got a very solid assist to the Granit Xhaka's goal. So I'll give Ben White an 8. Had a strong game. Saliba. I don't think Saliba were poor today. I don't think he was amazing. So we get a 7. He did had one kind of sloppy pass, but overall, he was all right. I do want to see him more involved in his passing and take more risk. Put some true balls through. Put some balls out to the wingers. I've seen him do that a lot in France. I do think he needs to add that to his game now. He is good enough on the ball to do that, so I hope he will do that. So I'll give him a 7 for Saliba. Gabriel. Gabriel had a good game. Um, Again, he wasn't at fault for the goal, really. I wouldn't blame him. I do think that there were others to be blamed more for the goal. Um, so I give Gabriel a 7 as well. Um, and then to Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu, unfortunately today, he was not at his best, not going forward, not in defense. I do think he should have done way better on the goal that we conceded, and Elianasu dribbled past him way too easily, and I'll give him a 5. I would have taken him off instead of Ben White, but it's one of them. It's one of them, unfortunately. Thomas Partey, I think first half he was amazing, one of our better players. I think in the second half he seems to get tired at the end, uh, so I give him a 6. Partey, I do think he can do better. Um, Granit Xhaka for me, man of the match. Class goal, class runs into the final third. Good, created some good chances, had some good passing. Always good uh, in the duels. In the second half, when Tierney came in, he kind of dropped deep and played in a double pivot with Xhaka and with Partey. Sorry, and I do think we missed his run in the second half. But for me, he gets an 8, but I'll give him the man of the match. So man of the match doesn't mean that it's a 10. I just give him an 8, but he gets the man of the match ahead of Ben White for the goal. I think them were our two best players. Odegaard, I think Odegaard had a good first half. Even second half, he created some good chances for Jesus. He had a chance where he should have scored. Odegaard. He scored one goal that was unfortunately over the line from Tierney's cross. It was a good goal, and that would have given him probably an 8. But because of the chance he missed, and I do think that one of the chances he created for Jesus, he could have probably gone for the shot himself. We do need to see him shoot more at the guard. And I do think that when we subbed him off, we lost the control in midfield. Uh, I wasn't for subbing him off really. So I'll give Odegaard a 7. I do think he had an okay game. And now into the front trio today. Uh, Martinelli did not have his best game today. He do looks a bit kind of tired, maybe. I don't know if it is a reaction because of he hasn't scored or assisted, but I do think that he wasn't into the game really today. Today wasn't his best game, so I'll give him a six. Martinelli. Uh, Now to the main man himself, Jesus. These are the games where we bought him to be the different, and unfortunately today he didn't score, he didn't assist, he missed his chances, a lot of them, and I'm gonna have to give him a five because I do think that he cost us the game. Yes, he's amazing in his link up and his hold up. Yes, his running creates openings and chances for the other attackers, but he is the main man. He is our number nine. He is the center forward. He is the senior player. He is the Premier League winner. He has to score one of them chances. And if he does, we win this game easily, especially in the first half. He has to score. So I give him a five, not because I think he played poorly, but because he didn't score his chances, unfortunately for me. And today was a game where I do feel we missed Smith Rowe a lot. I do think we miss Emil Smith Rowe, and I do. We need to adjust it in January. Honestly, we can't have. We are very reliant right now on Saka, Smith Rowe. No, sorry, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli, and then the drop off from any of them to Eddie is so big. It's so big. So it's like we need to adjust that. Yeah, let's move into Saka, who had felt like it was a tough game for Saka. He was involved in the first goal that we scored. Nice little back heel to Ben White. Uh, but I do feel like Saka was struggling in the game. I will give him a six. He did create some good crosses, but overall, especially in the second half, he went missing. And we didn't get him involved in the game. We didn't get the ball to him, which was strange because he looks so dangerous when you can tell that his confidence is up, Saka, and he holds up play very well. He's very strong. Yes, they were manhandling him. Yes, they played physical against him. Yes, he should have had free kicks given to him. I don't think that was a yellow card. I think that was very harsh from the ref. But overall, for me, I can only give Saka a six. I can't give him any higher than that. Uh, I do think he was better than Martinelli. So I might drop Martinelli down to a five. Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. And let me know if you guys about your player ratings and your view on the game as well. Put them in. And then we had Eddie came on, average game. I feel like Eddie's lost his confidence that he had at the start of the season, uh, and he seems a bit lost on the wing. I do want to see what he can do on the wing. I understand why he's playing there, but he didn't have any influence in the game today, unfortunately, Eddie. And we needed him. We needed a goal from him. Like we really need him to step up now, and I feel like he really hasn't stepped up this season, especially in the league. I'm not sure if he has any league goals yet this season. I might be wrong, but we do need him to step up. Smith Rowe is injured and it's a long season, it's a lot of games. Uh, we need him to step up, honestly. And Tierney, very unfortunate. Could have had an amazing assist, but obviously the ball was out. I'm surprised they didn't check the foul on any of our fouls today. We could have had a penalty, but I'm not gonna blame the loss today on the ref. I do think the ref was terrible, but we lost today because we weren't clinical enough. That's the truth. Uh, I think who else came in? Fabio Vieira came in, and he was poor performance from him. I give him a 4. We lost the control of the midfield when Vieira came on, and he didn't do anything right. Um, I don't know. He looked very good at first when in his first 2-3 games, and not just because he got goals, but he looked sharp. But I don't know. He's been saying that he's been into the gym and adding weights 3 times a week, and maybe it's gonna take time before his body get used to the training and to the tempo of the Premier League. I haven't given up on him, far from, but today when we needed him, he was poor, sloppy with his passing. Uh, they took it from him too easily today, and it was sad to see. But yeah, that's the player rating, guys. It's not gonna be a long stream. We didn't play well today. We didn't take our chances, and unfortunately, we dropped 2 points, especially from winning positions. Kind of hurts. And Paxton is saying January with tough market, especially after the World Cup. Yeah, January is always a tough market. It's always going to be a tough market. But for me, big teams needs to be able to handle tough markets and get what they need. That's what's most important. Get the players you need in. Yeah, we could have done with Smith Rowe today. But as you can probably hear on my voice, I'm not feeling 100%. I was just going to do a quick stream, quick player rating, and a few words on the game. It's not panic mode, Arsenal fans. We're still top of the league. We still didn't lose, but we could have done better. We should have won. It's one of them. We take them and we move on to the next game and make sure we do better and are more clinical. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in. And make sure you share, like the content. I'm out. We are still on top of